Yes, we're recapping.
We're recapping, and we have something special for you. I put on my choir gown to lead the ensemble.
So appropriate.
Are you ready?
Yes, girl.
We
gotta recap. We gotta recap. Chelsea and Carly got a mental recap. We gotta recap. We gotta recap. Chelsea and Carly got a mental recap.
Recap.
Up your cup. So welcome to our Mentillo recap.
I didn't want you to miss the choir, so we brought it.
We brought you the choir. It won't be at the last, don't worry.
You're welcome.
That was good. I feel like uplifted and like.
Maybe we should like get a choir going, like lead a choir.
I'm just saying,
Choir
we'll have
leaders?
open auditions posted soon.
A bachelor choir.
Batch choir.
Sarah liked it, so
Thank you,
that's good.
Sarah.
At least we had one.
She's a supportive friend.
She loves us, no matter what.
Good friends.
Unconditional.
That's the kind of love we all want.
Okay.
In Bachelor Nation.
In Bachelor Nation, we have the Men Tell All to talk about.
Yes, and it was good.
It was dirty good.
It was a lot of stuff. I mean, it felt like it was a recap within a recap. Like we're recapping
A double R.
their recap.
Well, this is a triple recap because there was a little bit of a recap inside the recap that now we're recapping.
Yes.
So
it's an enigma.
we're recapping the recap of the recap.
Yes.
All right.
We're bringing it live.
We got it for you.
So-
Let's break it down.
Yes. So we start off with Chris H introing as he does.
Chris was bringing it in, letting us know what's going down.
I mean, he just really kind of told us who was there and introduced the guys, which, by the way, it's important to note that Chris, Chris? I don't know. Someone got a booed.
Oh, yes. Okay,
got
as they
booed.
were like all saying
Yes,
hi.
yes.
What's his name? Chris Rancone.
Yeah,
He got booed. And it's always fun to hear the level of audience applause between people. Like,
Yeah.
you know, when it comes around to the last three people, it's like,
Yeah.
and then like everybody freaks out for Wills and Jason and Colton.
Which
and
I get.
so- okay. And
Yeah.
then Chris was like, where do we start with this buffet? You guys know where we started?
Tell me.
The little Chris Crazy Bread appetizer.
If everyone was a food, he'd be the crazy bread. You're absolutely right, Carly. You get
Is
it.
there such a thing as crazy bread?
I think so.
I don't know. Chris
There's
was
not.
Chris with a side of crazy bread. That's where we started this
Yes.
buffet. Immediately just calling him out.
Yeah.
Like, how do you feel, Chris, about being the jerk of the show?
I mean, he was, and him and why can't I think today?
It's okay. Drink a little
Him
more.
and John Blanc really got
Oh.
hate hard, and I'm not saying they didn't deserve it, but they really did get a lot of hate.
The difference is Chris immediately owned up.
Mm-hmm.
Chris came at it full throttle
Yep.
apology. Kudos, bonus points. Still crazy Eddie, but Jean Blanc is
No.
who we went to first.
Yeah.
That's
Well, so they went through all like the big highlights of the season.
Yeah.
And then they immediately went in on him like as a group,
Oh,
which
yeah.
I'm not saying they were wrong for doing, but I just felt like Colton was mad. He was guns blazing mad.
Colton had a lot. Colton had a lot going on in his heart, in
Yeah.
his mind, because he was attacking hardcore everybody.
Yeah.
But so he was like, everybody was attacking Jean Blanc.
Yeah.
Even Jason came out with like his Papa Jason.
That was wise though. He gave some wisdom.
Papa Jason came out. You know what? He was channeling, and y'all, once I say this, y'all are gonna always picture this. Andy Garcia. You know what I'm talking about with the grease back hair?
Yes.
And this look, and like the Godfather.
But and the hush fell over the crowd.
Yes.
Even John Blanc was like, "Yeah,
The
you're right, man.
respect.
You're right." Yes.
The respect of the Godfather.
Mhm.
Jason came out and said, "You owe an apology to the lady and to the cast.
All of us.
Get it done."
And he nodded. He was like,
was
"Yeah."
like,
He didn't even.
Yes.
Him and
Godfather.
Colton went at it, but as soon as Jason opened his mouth, it was like, "Shh."
Yeah. Well, and him and Colton,
Yeah.
that got intense.
Yeah, it was, I don't know, I feel like Colton, I know he just got off of Paradise and, you know, they're not talking about everything, but I feel like he's sad.
Yeah.
Like, he was, like, really upset.
And he was making a lot of jabs, but then
Yeah, but John Blanc throws in, like, a really unnecessary jab that was, like, not cool.
That was a low blow, a cheap shot, and it hurt.
I don't see how it wouldn't.
Yeah, it was immature. He did it a couple times. Like he made like a couple little low blow jabs.
That just shows like who he is again and again.
Yeah. And you know, surprisingly, who also kept wanting to like add 2 cents into pretty much everybody's tiff was Connor. Over with his glasses in the corner. He went like this when he said hi to everybody.
Yeah, because he was like, "Oh, I'm a good person.
I'm good. I'm good." He had a lot to say too about everybody's tiff, and he was also like, "Really, Jean Blanc? Really?" And then okay, so they started with him, and then where do we go next?
Yeah, so after that we hop right over to Jordan.
You guys loved it.
Jordan.
But so they went. Jordan had a lot of segment time. Like they first let them have a fight.
Yes.
Like
he even got no fight with one of the guys who got sent home right away. I thought they were gonna have a model off. Like,
and they're high wall.
Ow. But that's how I felt.
No, but good for Jordan because the only reason that guy was even calling him out was to get on camera. And Jordan goes, Chris, get him the camera time that he wants. Come on down here. If you're gonna try to get on the camera, you might as well come on front and like get in front of the camera then.
Even though he got under everyone's skin, he is one of the only people in the past seasons I've said, but who's not a villain. Yes. He's not. He's just.
I don't think he's a villain at all.
He was not the villain, but usually everyone who gets, the person who gets under their skin is the villain.
That's
he
why
wasn't.
Yeah, because usually the person who everybody hates or is fighting with is a bad guy.
Yes.
I genuinely don't feel like he's a bad guy.
No, even watching all the recaps, and he was just who he is, and he
I
was
love
throwing
him.
some major like Jordan quotes, like
He
off the cuff.
Is the best at a rebuttal. Like he knows how to throw shade. Like the lines that he had, like he was like,
Lay some Jordy on us.
This house moves around me. I'm the mouse and they're the elephant. Right? Okay. And he's like, they will be questioning for the next 10 years. Who was this guy? And I was like, yes, they will. For the next 10 years, people are going to be like, who the F was Jordan? And how did he make such an impact? And then
he did.
He said, I've got billboards up in all your minds.
That was my favorite.
We're paving highways. I should have worn a work vest. I should have worn a work vest. I was like, you should have worn a work vest. You're working hard tonight.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I mean, even the simplest, like, there were some lines that he obviously prepared because he was like, it doesn't matter if you're here for the right reasons, if you're treating the Bachelorette wrong. And the crowd applauded. I was like, oh, he practiced that one in the mirror. But, like, David was like, I'm ready to jump in. And he was like, are you or are you going to fall in, David? And I was like,
no, that was good. That was good. Well, I love that they touched on the whole David thing. I'm glad that David took a moment and acknowledged the fact that he was a bigger jerk than he thought he was on the season.
I don't think he acknowledged it, did he? I don't feel like he owned
said
it
that
enough.
he shouldn't have focused so much on Jordan.
But I think he was only thinking in the sense of what his relationship was.
Yes, I agree.
But like Jason called him out as a bully, and John was living for it because he was like, David was bothering me the whole time. Several people did.
Yeah.
The guy who wore the tracksuit guy.
Yep, tracksuit guy.
We don't know his name. Tracksuit man. He called him out too. He was like, were you here for Jordan or Becca?
I'm glad. He needed it.
And then even Colton was like, yeah, who were you here for? And then Jordan was like you were here for Tia? And I was like, zing zang! Zing zang! Jordan's
like, you're playing Fruit Ninja. He's like, he's ready.
He is ready.
He's ready at all times.
I am loving him. And then he went into the hot seat, and I loved him even more.
He was riding the confidence train.
Yes, and he was trying to get us all to ride our confidence trains. And
that's what I like, too. He wasn't putting people down. I mean, he's putting them down a little bit, but because he had to. But like he was also like, put some people be yourself.
Yes, he was like, anybody could be as confident as me. He's like,
Rolls Royce.
But then he was like, those fools over there in the Mojo. And I was like, I don't even know what that is. But they're driving a Mojo.
I had no idea what a Mojo was.
But he's in the Rolls Royce rolling down the window, throwing Slurpees at him. And I was like, yeah, you are. I mean,
I wasn't mad at him. I thought he did good. And I loved that he was wearing the golden underwear.
Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure.
That.
Oh, yeah, and the guys' faces were all, like, rolling their eyes.
But it's like, I'm thankful for that.
Well, because
TV gold in underwear.
Captain Underpants. First of all, Becca got them for him. Like, it's not like he brought these golden underwear. Yep. The Bachelorette thought of him and brought them. Would you not wear a gift?
Yep.
I stand by
and loud and proud.
I stand by my original statement. If your significant other buys you a gift, you're supposed to wear it.
And now it has at least been thrice.
right?
At least.
Who knows if he's ever taken it off?
I wouldn't blame him if he didn't. Those were some good times.
Maybe not.
I don't know. So then we talked to Joe. Grocery Joe. I loved him from night one when I watched him.
You did.
Intro.
I remember you saying
he
that.
was my top 5 for like 5 minutes.
Yes, Joe the grocer.
I loved him. I fell in love with him again, just like America.
I was longing for you to come up with some really good grocery store puns because I was like, call your loss prevention manager because your cashier Joe is stealing hearts.
But that's good.
Or, I don't know, coupons. Taking coupons. I was trying it really hard.
Love coupons.
Yeah, I was like,
that would be good.
Trying to think of some
I have nothing.
grocery store.
No, like, I think I was making my husband insecure because I'm like, look how cute he is. He's like the Tooth Fairy's son. He has the best smile. Like, because his smile is like.
Yes, but he also did not let fame get to him.
No.
He is so down to earth.
Okay, guys. Like, he was cool.
He was so cool.
He was cool.
And so down to earth. And
yes.
he was like, the fans coming up. He's like, it's nice.
Yeah. I told Sam, I'm like, you're my Joe Grocer.
That's
which means a lot, I think.
That's a really good compliment. Calling the people
you
love. Joe the Grocer. John, if you're out there tonight listening, you're my Joe the Grocer.
You're my Joe Grocer.
I'll be the watermelon till you... Wait,
check out.
I'll be the watermelon to your Joe.
Yes, so that was cute. It was fun, and he will be in paradise as well.
He will,
which I'm really interested to see how that goes.
He wasn't super talkative. I loved it though because he was like, because Chris was like, "Do you not have a lot to say?" And he's like, "Well, I mean, I don't know you very well,"
which was so cute,
so genuine. Maybe everybody should take a little bit of advice from Joe. If you don't know the situation very well, maybe we should.
Well, they even flashed to him. That's a good point because they even flashed to him, and they were like, all the guys were like, "Joe, say something," you know, like because America loves Joe, and he was like, "I think he's a good guy,"
and he felt super genuine.
Joe, no.
I feel like we should all. You know, say what Joe would say.
Say what?
What would Joe do?
What would Joe the Grocer do?
What would Joe the Grocer do? It's not bad to check yourself.
But for you,
grocery store style.
Check your groceries.
Something like that.
So once that was over, we went right on to Will's.
Yeah, Will's came back wearing a fly plaid suit.
Yes. I mean, he does no wrong in the. And I love Chris Harrison saying it's not what you wear, it's how you wear it. It's true.
And I feel like it was like kind of a throw to Jordan also. Like it's about being confident.
Yep.
Like the people who are gonna actually do better on the show are the people who are confident.
Yes, 100%.
Like Jordan wasn't fazed by everybody. Will's wasn't fazed.
No.
He's like, I'm just being me, which is.
He was so
floral
sad.
jumpers and
Mompers.
And
what was it? Momp hymns.
Oh, yes.
Romp hymns was what it was. I'm making up words over here.
Yeah, he was feeling.
He was so
we relived
sad.
his moment. It was sad.
You could tell, like, he's still feeling feelings about it.
You know, he felt really connected on, like, I feel like, you know, when the kind of people who fall in love because there's so many similarities, like, there's so much common grounds. Like, he felt like they really connected on, like, a lot of these, like, similarities. But, like, at the end of the day, like, you can take a compatibility test and come out really well together. But if the giddy chemistry feeling isn't there,
you got nothing.
You're not gonna move forward, you know.
I can have a lot in common with people.
Yeah, you don't want to be their best friend.
Yeah. So, and I felt really sad, like watching him be sad.
I know, me too.
And I never noticed how pretty his eyes were. They were glistening tonight.
He did a good job, and he makes the best reaction faces.
Yes.
Like when other people are fighting, when it pans over to Will's, he's like trying not to laugh or like tapping his feet back and forth, like trying not. And I'm like, he's got the best little reactions.
Yeah,
so.
and he's just Will's, and I liked him.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see him in Paradise too. All these people, get excited, people.
I forgot he was in Paradise.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot that.
So then we go over to Colton.
You guys, what was going on with Colton?
Dude, I'm telling you, he looks sad.
Something's going on.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I'm wondering what happened in Paradise. I think he probably got his heart broken.
Yeah, because he's not happy within a relationship. That's not happy Colton. We saw happy Colton all season.
I mean, and he was still fixated on the Tia thing because they were like, were you really in love with Becca? And the first thing he says was like, yeah, I was over Tia. That wasn't the question. That wasn't the question.
Yeah, don't protest too much, my friend.
And, okay, Colton to me, this might be far-fetched, so stick with me, friends. This is a culinary metaphor to go with the buffet.
A culinary.
Culinary?
I'm sorry.
Did I say it wrong?
I was trying to put Colton in the name. It didn't work.
Coltonary.
Thank you. It didn't work.
He's like a overdone creme brulee, right? Like it looks really pretty, and like they used the little burner and got it real golden, crispy goodness on top. Sprinkle a little powdered sugar.
Yeah, what happens?
Maybe even made a little waffle fry and some raspberry to go on top, and then you dip in and like you put it in your mouth, and it's like mushy and
like sour,
salty, and like kind of you're like, what? It's like grainy. It's like too much.
Yeah,
it's just too much.
Yeah,
that's what he is. Like he looks real good, but he's a creme brulee that's gone bad.
Yeah.
Like he's too much.
So salty tonight.
And there's too much, like, nobody like, I mean, I know social media like went to town on the virginity thing, but we're like over it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sad that he has so many feelings about it, but he's not the only virgin out there.
No, and I get like in the hit industry he was like, okay, and that's real. And I do believe he was really hurt because if we're going back a little bit, when John Blanc made that really extremely awful comment to him, which he pointed out, and when they flashed over to John Blanc, you could tell he felt like an a-hole.
Yeah,
like he did not.
Like, whoops. But that's what you get when you do stuff like that. If you're gonna pick fights on the Mintel law, you better be ready.
Back it up.
For it to come back around.
Yeah, I mean, other than talking about the same old stuff, I felt like it was kind of like
we were redishing Colton drama. I'm like, we're all over it. Like,
it didn't need that much time.
We don't need that much time, and I just felt like he cried a lot, and like he said, it was like telling about virginity was the hardest thing he's ever been through. I was like,
must be nice.
Doesn't your niece have like a chronic illness, like cystic fibrosis?
I mean,
I was like, I just don't like. I know it was hard, and you got some flack on social media, but I mean, if you just
own it, just follow
Take
Will's.
Maybe that's why Jordan got under his skin so much, because he is wishing he had the confidence of Jordan. Like,
I mean, I think there's something to be said about that
because Jordan bothered him so much.
Well, then Jordan had his moment. He was like, I see you, like being real, being who you are, which you know, Jordan's being class A. But
Jordan,
I just felt like it was too much.
Jordan for Bachelor? No, probably.
Never, ever. But I will enjoy him.
Okay, I'll take that back.
Forever.
Okay, then what happened next?
So we just move on to Jason.
Papa Jason.
Dude, I was living for him.
He did this so much last night, though.
Yes. So when they were doing his recap within a recap.
Yes, the recap is a recap that we're recapping.
That we are recapping. I loved watching his face.
Yes.
He looked like he had so many good moments that he was looking back on fondly. Yeah. Like he looked like, you know, like when you're, like in those movies when you're old and you see your life flashing and you're like, yes, it was good life. That was him.
Having, what is that called? What's that movie called? With the angel gets their wings and he gets this.
With John Travolta? No, that's not it. That's not it. Okay. But he was having that moment, and like even then at the end when he was like crying still, it was the appropriate amount of crying. Yeah. Do you feel like it was too much? I felt like it was appropriate because it was sad. He was sad.
Listen, I love Jason.
Yeah.
I think he's very wise. But like a little bit of this was Jason campaigning. The Jason campaign.
Like for president?
Or for Bachelor.
Oh, that's probably
Senate? For Senate? I mean, like, and we know what the stands that he's campaigning on. Anti-bullying.
It's a good stance.
The LGBT. The love.
Love and acceptance.
Love and acceptance. I mean, he like made several. The Heartbroken Survivor.
Heartbroken Survivor, but fond memories and I'm okay.
And
I've moved on.
I want to be friends now. I'd be great. Because
I
felt like when Becca came out, their interaction was super fake. Like,
he's like, give me a hug.
Give me a hug.
She didn't want to hug him.
And I just felt like, you know, it's okay to not be fake right now. Like, it doesn't make you a bad person.
Sure.
To be like, I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you're a good person.
They wanted him to feel feelings really hard, which I get.
They wanted him to gain some followers. I feel like it was a Jason campaign. What did you guys think? Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh, when he slipped on the ice, that was so good. Coming out the doors, we'll talk about bloopers.
Oh my gosh, I literally was living for that moment. I thought it was good though. I know. I believe there was some campaigning to it, but I also feel like it was real,
genuine. Yeah,
maybe because I'm blinded.
But also, we got to stick with what we know in our hearts, and that's been the whole season we've liked him. And that's so true. He's been a favorite
since at least mid-season, because we didn't really recognize him through life before then.
Right. Okay.
To be fair, Becca didn't either. So
he made a funny joke about that, too.
Which was perfect.
It was good timing.
And he's apparently the best kisser.
I know, and he was like, his mom sent the throw up emoji, which I thought was really cute.
Yes,
I was like, that's
owned it.
That's very mama appropriate.
Yes,
as a mama should.
Like, oh, awesome.
I don't know about that.
For real though.
Okay.
So then Becca comes out.
Yes,
In her cute black dress. We didn't even talk about this. We already know. She looked good.
She did look good.
You can always really tell how long it's been because I feel like there's slight differences. Like her hair was styled different than all season.
Yes, it's darker, longer.
I didn't like the way it was.
It's just kind of a different style. She's even skinnier, which I didn't think was possible. But her legs looked dynamite in that dress.
She walked out, and I said, Sam, she has legs up to her neck.
Those legs.
Yes, she looked fantastic.
No wonder she koala hugs everybody, because when you got legs like that, you might as well just koala hug them all.
It's not hard to koala.
No, they just
Your
like
legs just do it. They have nothing to do but go up.
Yes. Oh, that's what I was gonna say on the Jason recap. Like when they were re-showing all of Jason, she didn't koala hug.
For those of you who weren't on our live feed last week,
then you just don't get to know about this.
Catch up, but also know that koala hugs are very important. So we're just gonna stick with that, and you can rewatch to know what we're talking about.
You need to know.
Yes. So yeah, and then instantly John Blanc comes up.
That was weird, and I feel like Chris was trying to set it up for so during the previews or like the sneak peeks they had like a very like good moment where he's like, does anyone have anything bad to say about Becca? And Jean Blanc didn't. It was just like he wanted that to be a good clip, to segue for a good clip.
No, it's smart. It keeps us going like, what's gonna happen?
He gonna say something bad, and he went up,
and I mean, so he gave his little fake apology, but even after his apology, she said, "But you still took it back." Like she's
gonna stand on it,
and she threw shade at him too. Did you hear that when he was like, "Oh, you smell good," and she was like, "Oh, it's not your perfume."
That you asked for back.
Whoosh.
Also, it was all, I think Jean Blanc was just there to promote his perfume.
Of course, I have another perfume for you. And like, he was like,
and she wouldn't do it. I think she knew that's what he was there for because she was like, he was like, do you want to try it or you want to smell it? And she was like,
no. And then Chris Harrison comes in with the joke, which makes it made from broken hearts, which was like perfect. It kind of made
tears. It was good.
Yeah, it was so it helped the situation.
But he was just trying to sell. He was being a salesperson, trying to get some. Well,
I mean,
good business.
You can try.
Oh, so bad.
But then Jason jumps in with the like, where could I have done better?
Yeah, did he really?
I don't know if that was like,
I don't feel like that's really. I don't know. A lot of what he did, I felt like they were punting to him to like set the next stage. Which I'm not upset about, but I just felt like a lot of his was a little bit...
it's a little bit of a setup.
A little bit of a setup. But, like, ask her. Like, let's ask her what you should have done differently. But. So
when you're maybe doing something else for us, you know how to fix your life. I don't know. Yeah. And then the same thing kind of happened with... Will's.
Yep.
Which...
Solid.
I feel like Will still wants to be with her. I got that vibe. I got the vibe like he's like, if she looked at him and said, Wills, will you like
if
take
she
me back
pulled
right now?
a Jason, not our Jason, but a Jason from The Bachelor or Ari, he would have been like, I'm for it.
Yes.
If you want to find me on Instagram and DM me Ari style, I'm in it.
I don't know. I just felt like that. Like he was.
Yeah. It was good. I felt some good closure with a lot of the guys. I felt like I got some wounds reopened a little bit, like that I had already like put to rest and didn't care about, and then suddenly I was like, well, now I care about this again.
Yeah, but I shouldn't, but I do.
I do.
Because of you, Bachelor Nation.
Yeah, because of you, Bachelor Nation. But, and then at the very end,
Chris comes in, and he gives his whole apology, and I think it's like gonna be ridiculous and over the top and stupid, and in fact, it was not those things, it was better.
He got a choir.
He had a choir. Like the first night, he had a choir, which was so appropriate.
Yep.
So this choir was just jamming.
And they were like,
Chris was a jerk. Chris was a jerk. Something, something. Chris was a jerk. Was a jerk.
And then like, Chris is so sorry. He is so sorry. Something. Sorry, 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 sorry. And I was like,
it was awesome. I felt like Becca needed it.
Yes. Yeah. I still don't like Chris.
No, like, but I liked the moment.
It was, I think, a big attempt to try to have us win back into Chris's heart for Bachelor in Paradise, and I was like, nah, we're still gonna go into Bachelor in Paradise and not liking you.
We still feel how we feel, but we enjoyed your moment.
Yeah, I mean, we appreciate the choir. Nobody hates choir.
No.
sometimes choirs are the best way to go.
That's what I hear.
And then we had bloopers, which was adorable.
I always love bloopers at the end of each episode. But
Jason falling down the stairs.
Yes.
Someone already mentioned that.
Yes.
Adorbs.
My favorite was Clay and Leo taking a bubble bath together. That was hilarious.
So cute. 2 men in a bubble bath. Clay hit his head so many times.
Yes.
He had more concussions on The Bachelor than he did in
his
NFL
whole career.
Bless his heart. Is he really that tall?
I mean, he looks like he's a big guy.
And I mean, like, should we speculate? Why wasn't Clay there?
Speculate.
Why wasn't Clay there? What were you thinking?
I at first was like, well, are they gonna call him out and be like, hey, he's the next Bachelor? That was my first thought.
I kind of wondered that. Like, I was waiting whole episode. Are they gonna bring Clay out?
Sometimes they announce the Bachelor on the tell-all or the Bachelorette or whoever it is, and then sometimes they keep us hanging.
I think they're keeping us hanging for a long time, for sure.
I wish it wasn't.
I'm wondering. So part of me is like, are they keeping us hanging because they want to pull someone from Paradise? And if they pull someone from Paradise, like Wills, and they can't tell us now, or then we know that on Paradise he didn't find love, or that he got sent home.
Or they're taking one of the final two.
Oh, Blake or Garrett, right? That's Blake or Garrett.
Because in the past they've done that too. Whoever was left, they kind of take them on.
So that's true.
I mean, you can tell us what you guys think if you have any.
Though?
I don't know. I feel like in the past they've done that.
I mean, I guess Becca was the winner, so
she was.
Maybe they're just leaving it hanging still for a while.
Yeah, Sarah's saying they bet he's at football training, and I believe that. But didn't you say he was like? I mean,
he was. But I follow him on Instagram.
Yeah, as you should.
And I was watching his Instagram stories, and he was like around all the news circuits this week doing. He's not really doing football right now. He's doing.
Maybe he was like doing like media or whatever.
That's what he's doing. He's like really hitting all of the TV interviews, and so I was like, "Are you getting?" But I don't think Clay would be a very good Bachelor.
I don't picture him as the Bachelor.
He's too teddy bear.
Yeah, with everyone.
He's not right. He's not right for the Bachelor. And Jason can be a good Bachelor.
I wouldn't be upset if Jason was the Bachelor.
Wills would be a great Bachelor.
He would be.
I like Jason more than Wills, but I think Wills would be, first of all, very entertaining.
I think he'd be entertaining, but would his fashion sense be too off-putting to the women? Like, they can't keep up.
Intimidating.
They can't keep up.
Rose ceremonies, cocktail parties would be a lot of pressure.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, I could never date him because I'd be like, I'm not. No.
I don't dress half as good
I can't date Wills, and I can't date Leo. One, because I'm married. And two, because you can't date guys with better hair or better fashion. That's why I met my bald husband. There is a reason I married a bald man.
You got it, like, put away.
No one can ever tell me his hair is better than mine. I dare you to tell me that.
And that's why I cut Sam's hair. It really did.
So what are y'all thinking? Speculate on Bachelor thoughts.
I mean, I don't know. I think
it's Jason.
I don't see
or whoever's left. I just feel like they'll tell sooner. Whoever's left.
I feel like they waited too long.
Here's the deal with both Garrett. If it's Garrett, I feel like he doesn't have the same love, does he, as Blake? And if Blake doesn't get chosen, he's going to be devastated.
But also, he's going to have to live with his mom. But also,
I don't think Blake's ever going to recover.
I feel like Blake would fall in love with everyone. Like, I'm being honest. Like, I feel like the final 5, he'd be like, I can't choose. I love them all. Come live with me and my mom.
I don't think, if Blake isn't winning, she has to choose Blake or he's going to not be okay. Becca, you better choose Blake or he's
just for him. And we have Jason. I'm with you.
Jason.
That's my vote.
And I feel like they set it up. Like, I genuinely feel like the whole night was set up.
I would be happy if he was.
Oh, me too.
But I always feel like, too, do you ever notice that whoever's coming back for the Bachelor, Bachelorette, they get a whole new look?
They do. And he's already started that transformation.
Yes. His hair was better this time.
And he's like swelling up a little bit. He's starting the transformation.
It's begun. Do you remember Nick Viall, how not cute he was when he was on Bachelor and Bachelor in Paradise and Bachelor in Paradise and Bachelor? He wasn't that cute, but then when he was the Bachelor, I was like, hold up.
But see, and
good.
But his is the case scenario, the case study that I use in my head that it could be Will's. Because they have pulled people from Bachelor in Paradise.
That's
before.
true.
And so that's why I'm wondering if that's why we're not hearing a lot about him in Bachelor in Paradise. Because in the previews, I see a lot about everybody. And I'm like, or maybe it's Joe the Grocer.
I feel like I would not be mad. I loves me some Joe the Grocer. But at the same time, I feel like we know too little about him.
Maybe that's how it started.
Like fresh meat.
If you go back to the start. That was a grocery store pun that I was looking for.
Grocery
pun. Counting on you for those. I needed my grocery store pun. Okay, I think we're all thinking it's gonna be Jason.
But we'll see what happens.
I mean, that's where I think it's gonna go.
Joe. That's right.
Joe.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens, and we'll keep you posted on what we know when we know it.
Meanwhile, let's break down Paradise.
Yes. Okay. So I know you guys have a ton of questions.
What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Are we gonna be with you through Paradise? Y'all want to know?
The answer is yes. We will be with you. We will never leave you.
We understand the importance of the role we have in your life now when it comes to you understanding the Bachelor, Bachelorette Nation, understanding processing your emotions, figuring out your opinions. You rely on our information and our opinions.
Absolutely. But with that being said, we will not be doing our weekly recaps live.
No tears.
No tears. But we will be keeping you guys updated on everything we know, and we'll be posting. And if you guys have something to say, we're your go-to.
You should be posting as well. So during Bachelor in Paradise, the Facebook page, if anyone's watching this on YouTube, we post these on YouTube also, or Instagram. Come to the Facebook page, make your comments, your questions if something's going down in the show, because we will be popping in with videos here and there to process big things that happen. So we're not going to leave you hanging, and we'll always be there to help you process. That's what we're here for.
That's why, I mean,
I don't know if I have a bigger calling in life.
I dare not to disagree. I don't know what I'm saying. But yes, we're here for you. So that answers that question as somebody asked earlier while we were rolling. So we will be here for you though. So that's it for
next week it's the week.
It's like the final countdown.
Oh, should I put my choir outfit back on?
Yes, guys.
Next week's the week. We're going to have a couple posts out polling some information about our 2 final guys. Be sure to be on the lookout.
Be on the lookout because it's a big week.
It's a big week. I still don't know how I feel. I'm either one. Ultimately, I'm Team Blake. I know you're not.
Team Garrett. But only because I'm not Team Blake. Not because I think Garrett's amazing. Garrett's great.
He is good. I'm like neither, but I'm both. But I'm none, but I'm all. I'm like Becca. I'm so confused. But she runs up. Can I tell you, when she runs off into the wooded area to cry, I'm just really worried about like chiggers and mosquitoes.
That's all I can think about. Your nurse mind is going.
The insect situation in these Bachelor shows really, I just get real flustered by them. I just feel like they need to pick safer places to go have their breakdowns.
Yeah.
But no, it's going to be intense. Whatever it is, it's going to be interesting to see how she recovers, how she so quickly goes from being a heartbreaker to being a heart. What would be the opposite of heartbreaker?
A heart keeper.
The keeper of the heart. The breaker of the heart to the keeper of the heart. So y'all.
So we're excited. We can't wait to come back.
Be on this page, making your comments and answering the polls and helping us work through it.
It's going to be a big week.
Big week.
Bye, guys.
Carly and Chelsea got your mental recap. Mental recap. Mental recap. Carly and Chelsea got your mental